All right, and welcome back to Mr. T's Math Corner. Today we are going to be starting our review with some money. As you can see on the screen, we have the variety of the four coins that we've been focusing on this year: the penny, nickel, dimes, and quarters. And you can see I've got a couple of each coin. Now, when we're going to count money, let's think about one of the first things we want you to do. You are correct. We want you to get that money sorted from the biggest coin, and I don't mean biggest as in its size, but I mean the coin of the highest value. So what I'm doing now is I've got my quarters, and think about those 25 cents each. Then we've got our dimes, 10 cents each. We've got our nickels going for 5 cents each. And finally our pennies at 1 cent each. Now, once you have your coins sorted, and again, I always like to go from the greatest value to the least value. What we want to do then, and you can get a piece of paper to do this, is we want to think about recording as we go. For instance, I've got, let me get a black on here. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. We've got, and again, pardon my writing, I'm writing with the trackpad, 25 cents. And if I'm counting by my quarters, I'm going to go 25, and then my next one is 50. So I'm keeping track of that. So I've got 25, 50. Think about those dimes. 10 cents each. So from 50, we're going to go to that next group of 10, which is going to be 60. And then we are going to move up to 70 cents. Now, we've got to switch our brain because we are going from our dimes to our nickels. So from 25, 50, 60, 70, 75 cents. Now we are at 75 cents. Got another nickel, so we're going to go up 5 again. We're going to 80 cents. And again, if you need to do this, this would be a great thing to do in the activities to come. We are at 80, and then we have 81, 82, and 83 cents. So we now have 83 cents. Just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to erase what I just did. And I am going to come back to my money drawer. And I'm going to put out some different coins this time. So I've got 2 quarters there. I'm going to actually take one of those quarters away. I'm going to bring out another dime. And remember, with those dimes, we're always counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. With our nickels, counting by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, so again, first thing I want to do is sort those. So I've got my quarter. I'm going to then go ahead and put my dimes. Probably a little too far spaced out. Got my dimes, my nickels, and gonna finish it off with my 1 cent pennies. And again, I want to record these. So I go from my quarter, which is 25 cents. So from 25, I got my dime, which was worth 10. So think about a hundreds chart in your brain. From 25, we are going up to 35. Then 45. 55. 65. Now we've got to switch our brains. Counting from tens. Now we're going to count by fives. We're at 65, going up by 5, going up to 70, 75, to 80, and then we've got 81, 82, 83, and 84 cents. So again, I'm going to write that 84 cents. Again, sorry for the sloppiness. 84 cents on that one. Now, I'm going to clear off my writing because one thing I want to look at that one is, You know, one way to count money is obviously lining it up that way, but oftentimes I like to think of how money fits together. So I've got my quarter, which is 25, and now think about another way that we can make a quarter. 10, 20, 5. Now I know if you were doing a worksheet, you couldn't necessarily move them around that way, but if you've got actual coins to count, you could move them like this. So now I've got 25 here. I've grouped and made another 25, another 25, and now I've got my 5-cent nickel and my 4 pennies. So then if I wanted to count this one again, and you can do this if you can move the money, is I would count my 25, my 50, think about what comes next, 25, 50, 75. Now I don't have a whole nother quarter, so I can't do that. From 75, we're going to go up to 80. And then we've got our 81, 82, 83, 84. So we have our 84 cents, which is the exact amount we just came up with, which it should have been as the same coins. So now we have our 84 cents. So what you're going to be doing on the website below, there's a couple different things you can practice. There are 2 games from the math series of making a dollar. There's also one where you have to make some change. That one's a little bit more challenging. On ABC, there is a money bingo game. Now, I will say this, on the money bingo, the coins are kind of hard to tell which ones they are. They're real blurry. But if you click on those coins, it will actually tell you the value as you play the money bingo. And lastly, there is also a coin counting piggy bank from ABC. And now, it's a 3rd grade game, and some of those go over $1. So if you really want to challenge yourself to some harder money practicing, you can click on that ABC Counting Coins game. All right, we will see you later.